about the fact that Sony series cameras overheat. It is something you need to be concerned about, but if you move that LCD screen away from the camera,
This will be a change.
Even the sweetest changes can be complicated. That goes for your taxes too. With more than 950 million returns filed, we've helped clients tackle all kinds of firsts.
It's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. Why did you stop being a vigilante? The line was crossed. Sometimes peace needs to be broken. Chaos must reign. I was raised to believe in grace, but I was also raised to believe in retribution.
You've not got a memory card in to write to, and you make sure that the camera has continuous power and it's using a dummy battery, you shouldn't run into any problems. In fact, the other day, I did a review of this audio mixer, and I spent about 8 or 9 hours doing the review. I was doing so many audio tests. And the Sony a6000 was switched on as a webcam. I never switched it off at any point. It was on continuously for like 8 or 9 hours, and it did not overheat at any point. It just was working the whole time, no problems, no flickering. It just worked the whole time. So as long as you've got the latest version, as long as you've got everything set up right, I don't think you're going to run into any major overheating issues. I've got a Sony a6500 here. It's using the same DC coupler, and I don't have any issues with that either. So as long as you've got a dummy battery, you will get rid of most, if not all, of the overheating issues. That's been my experience anyway. So one of the big questions you might have is, well, is it better? Well, from an audio syncing point of view, the Sony a6000 is better. I would also say that the Sony a6000 is better than the Logitech Brio webcams that I had. And I would say, out of the box, I would say that it's maybe a little bit behind the Elgato Facecam, which says a lot, about technology, about the fact that, webcams now are maybe at the level that dedicated cameras were, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. But the thing, the thing you've got with a mirrorless camera is that you can change the setup.
Why does this keep breaking it? It's broken again. It's just gone. What?
Up. I'm using the stock camera lens on it. It's just a basic 16 to 50mm lens. It's not designed for low light. If I had to put a low light lens on, kind of like the one that I've got on this camera, I have no doubt that the image would look so much better, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to go out and spend, you know, 200, 300, 400 on a lens to improve a camera that's like 8 or 9 years old. The whole point of me doing this, and the whole point of this video, essentially, is to say, use what you have. If you've got an old camera lying around, or, you know, from 10 years ago or 8 years ago, and it's just sitting gathering dust in a box, it could be a good solution for you as a webcam. You know, there's obviously a few things you need to pick up, the video capture card, you know, the dummy battery and different things, but you know, some of these webcams coming out, you know, are quite expensive. The new Facecam Pro is like £300, and I've not tested that webcam yet, but at £300 I'd be thinking, well, I could pick up an old camera, I could get a